Hello, everybody. Welcome to a brand new series, the Wholesome versus Pyramid Run. If you don't know what this is, it is basically a meta game competition where you pick a bunch of games, you get a bunch of challenges for those games, and in this version, we are competing against other members of the WholesomeVERSUS, featuring Rhapsody's in this, Alexa's in this. Alexa made the pyramid, and he's in this. V.me, I believe Wanderbot, I believe Wander is joining us. Jonas, we've got Multiply, we got Dane Lawton. Or Madi's a maybe, actually. But still, all of those people, maybe Madi, we are going to be facing off in a 5-game competition, starting with Slay the Spire, and then we are going to be moving on to some other games. Typically roguelikes, but there are some others as well. First things first, sorry, I got a little bit of maintenance stuff here. Look at this very high production value thing I just put on the screen right there. You can tell I don't typically do stuff like that. We have to win a run as the Ironclad in Slay the Spire, and we get bonus points if we play on, play on Ascension 0, I think it's just all for everybody. On custom mode with My True Form, which is something I don't really know what it is. I gotta get the seed here. Where is the seed? We've got to find the seed. Okay, copy it. Put it in. All right. So Ironclad on. My True Form on. And we are going to embark. And let me just... Sorry, I just have stuff. We got to make sure my card isn't on the screen still. Okay, good. So Slay the Spire is a game that I absolutely adore, but I never really thought I'd play on the channel again because the back seating in it, it was historically wretched. Like, some of the most toxic comments were on the old Slay the Spire series, which, you know, it's a shame, but it's an amazing game. I'm glad that I have a chance to play it again here. And I kind of like the fact that it's sort of going to be a one-off thing, so we get to figure out, you know, we get to dip in, dip out. But, so basically, it looks like, yeah, we got these powers. All these 3-cost powers are forcefully added to our deck, normally in other characters' decks. But we get to have all of them, which, hold on. I think could be a good thing. I think it's a good thing. We'll just have to work around it. Like, these are powerful cards. They're just very powerful situational cards is the thing. At the start of every turn, gain 2 strength, which adds more damage. That's very fun, big number. Gain 2 intangible, reduce all damage taken and HP loss to 1. And then lose a dexterity every turn. Oh. This feels like the big thing to work around. This feels like the big thing to work around, because that makes it so we lose the ability to gain block the longer this is on, and it only makes it so we're not even invincible for 2 turns. We just take 1 damage instead of, like, you know, it could be a huge, but yeah, that's interesting. Ethereal, so this gets exhausted if we don't play it. The first card you play every turn is played twice. Now that has some big meme potential. Deva form, that's the newest one from the Watcher. I'm not sure if I really know this one. At the start of your turn, gain an energy. And then increase the gain by... What? Okay. So these are all just very much... These are all ramp-up cards, except for Wraith form, which is, ironically, a ramp-down card. So we'll figure this out here. I think that if I were to take a wild guess, the small tip that I have received is that these cards are great, but you need to get some card draw, because if we're stuck with... wait, can we kill? 14. Okay. All right, good. If we're stuck with these, then we're going to have a little bit of an issue. The other thing to consider is we're going to be getting a large amount of strength up, in theory. So multi-strike attacks sound really handy to me, right? Since the strength is going to be applied to every single hit, seems good. Okay, do we take 5? Like, okay, here's the other thing. We're the Ironclad, so we heal for 6 HP. Okay, we're also probably not going to draw a block next turn, though. That's fine. We'll take the 5 and we'll do the ramp up, because we can take 6 damage. Oh boy, though. We can take 6 damage, and it's not that big of a deal. What are we going to get? We're going to get Wraith Form. You know what? We'll go for Echo Form into Wraith Form there. We're going to take 7 damage. All right, fine. So we're going to get a little bit of lasting damage here, which is a bit of a bummer. If I go for this, you die, I'm pretty sure, because we'll apply Vulnerable, which makes them take more damage. I was thinking of doing that so that we would Wraith Form, but I think I'd rather just delete that man instead of having to worry about it, and then same thing. Goodbye. Okay. True Grit. Gain 7 block, exhaust a random card. There's a world for that where we use it to kind of eliminate some of these weaker cards from our deck that we don't necessarily care about. But I think that our end game... Can we, like, reliably Echo Form into Wraith Form? What are the upgrades of these? Makes it so it's not ethereal. So, like, 3 intangible. Because if we double this, 6 intangible is 6 turns. 6 turns of destruction. So I think that is... I think that's more likely going to be the path that we take. Find some potions. Okay. Exhaust any number of cards in your hand. Upgrade all the cards in your hand for the rest of combat. Choose 1 of 3 random colorless cards. All right. There's also, like, whoever gets the highest score and then second highest score. There's something like that where we get more points in the pyramid. My goal is to not die. That's really the only thing I kind of care about right now. I just want to live. This guy's weird. We just go for the damage. I want to try and heal up. I don't love that. Doesn't this guy what? He does armor next? Yeah, something like that. Okay, what's coming up? Echo Form. You know what? Deva Form into Echo Form sounds nice enough. Or we could go defend, defend, strike, strike. Just play... I think we just play this one out relatively clean and regular. Like, just because we have these fancy cards doesn't mean we have to play with them all the time here. Okay, bash into Sword Boomerang. Is that enough? No. 'Twas a dream to think it was enough. Do I take the 5 damage or do I use one of my... Do I use the colorless potion to try and get enough damage to kill? I'll take 5 damage. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. We're going to end this out right on this turn here. It's fine. Explosive Potion. Deal 10 damage to all enemies. Well, we should have... Okay. In hindsight, I actually really like the Explosive Potion. Okay, Pommel Strike is like a no-brainer, right? It's an absolute no-brainer. All right. We should pretty much... First rule of Slay the Spire, I think, is go to every elite. Especially if Skoore is on the line. I think that we really should. Ooh, this actually kind of sucks in a weird way. I'm going to block 2, and then the way these guys go, I think, is... you hit them once, and then they go into, like, a defensive position. That's always the Slay the Spire thing that's always so interesting to me. It's like... That kind of thing happens quite a bit. Like, I feel like thinking of it like a game where you're able to mitigate and avoid all damage is thinking about the game improperly. And yet, that's how I'm thinking about the game right now. Can we get... Yeah, we can rip through that. Sure thing. We got lethal there next turn, and at worst, we have to block once. Okay, block once, kill with lethal. Kill with lethal. Instead of killing with unlethal. Isn't there some way to, like... Oh, yeah, you can use the numbers. Is there some kind of feature for that? Touchscreen mode. Quick select keys. Okay. Because I feel... I've been playing... I've been playing card games more and more with the hotkeys than I used to. What is it? E? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, that's more satisfying, especially for trying to go for speed. I actually really... like I said. Okay. Sure thing, man. Sure thing. Okay. We have a fire coming up. If we can do this... Ooh. Ooh, this is an interesting choice. Do we willingly take 9 damage? Because this is a boss fight. I think so. taking 9 damage at the beginning of this fight compared to taking 9 damage at the beginning of another normal fight, I think is a pretty big difference. Oh, this scares me, man. Oh, this scares me. I'm going to gain the 3 intangible there. That's pretty important. And those are going to be upgraded for later in the fight. Like, I don't want to take that, all that there. So, I'll take the 1 damage. Again, I'm just buying time because we're getting 2 strength every turn. When we finally start to pop off here, we're going to be doing some gnarly damage. All right, Pommel. You got the lowest health, so I feel like you're most likely to get murdered. Pommel. All right. It's okay. All right, because we're going to have to go all out here, and we're not going to be able to do it via block. Nice. The boot. Whenever you would deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. That's theoretically okay with the boomerang. Yeah, it's not bad. Too vulnerable at the start of it. You know what? I don't hate that. If we're going for intangible, I don't hate that. It seems a little spooky, though. It seems a little too spooky for me. 67, I feel like we're fine to upgrade. Right, like, we don't have to worry about that. The thing is probably Pommel, right? Oh, wait. It's either Pommel or maybe, like, something like Wraith form. Make this ethereal. No longer ethereal. I'm between Pommel and Wraith form. I think let's go with Pommel now, and then maybe we can upgrade Wraith form later. There's a couple chests up there. God, I really can't wait to get... I really cannot wait to get an extra energy if we can. There's so many items in the game that increase energy at a cost. I'm willing to take a little bit of a gnarly hit. To my strength. Here's the thing. I think that we can... We can't... Obviously, we're not going to kill that with the 7. We could use our potion if we really wanted to, but... Shoot. I thought there was going to be a... Ooh! That actually turned out poopy. Oh, no! I like the idea of this. You know, like, I have a tendency to keep my potions for 12 years. Burning Pact. Okay. The merchant card removal service now always costs 50. Awesome. I love to remove cards. I absolutely adore removing cards. What am I looking for here? We could Snecko. And try and fish for like a 0 cost. That did not quite go how I wanted. But it's not terrible. Why did I think we had... Oh my god, we don't have lethal there. Oop, up, 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 up. I regret what I've done. I regret the things I've done. So we don't have that for later. That's a shame. Oh. Ugh. Ew, this is not the draw we wanted. Okay, bye-bye. 5 damage twice. Maybe. Draw a card, put a card from the top of your hand, or the hand on top to draw pile of exhaust. Yeah, why not? It's basically like not even adding something to our deck, right? If you do not... draw 2 additional cards at the start of combat. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, gain additional energy. Let me think about that. So that's the powers, too. Actually, I'm buying that blindly. That actually sounds like a really good way of patching up the issue we have of having the mana issues. And then we're actually, oh my god, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I was really worried about this, but we're doing okay. I'm going to upgrade Wraith Form now. Because if we're going to keep it in our deck, and I think we should, you know, then I feel like it's the way to go. Oh, boy. I mean, do we fight the Elite? Oh, this is actually... This guy is a joke for us, isn't he? Because he doesn't wake up until we break his armor. We're going to get extra energy for that turn, which is awesome. I'm going to do Deva form, and then I'm actually going to push Wraith form into my next hand, and then that will be me not playing attacks again. Okay, so it's... Oh, God. All right. If I can't remember if I wake him up there, does he start attacking then? This is the concern though. I know what I'm doing, and by that I mean I don't really know what I'm doing. I was just trying to delay that out a bit, and I have. I don't really want to draw my cards because I might accidentally draw something really important. This will go twice. Do we want to do that? Yes. We want, if we do that, then the vulnerable is going to last forever, and I will happily take demon form, even if it's not going to be doubled. I think we have a kill, don't we? Yeah, we do. Absolutely. Not bad! Or Calcum. If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. I think that actually might be perfect with Wraith form. Gain 6 metallicize. I think that's, it doesn't say what it is, but I think it's... Do I want another pommel? Or maybe I should take a shrug it off. Because it's card draw while still being a little bit defensive. We can have it be, like, there to replace... There's something to be said for Headbutt, too. Deal 9 damage, put a card from your discard pile on the top of your draw pile. That's a maybe, too. That's actually really good if we miss Wraith form in a crucial moment. I'm taking that. If we, like... I don't know. I'm leaning maybe way too heavy in on this. Flash of Steel. So if we find these, we get the card. Do I want Flash of Steel? Because otherwise I could just keep clicking this. I do want Flash of Steel. Pommel. Okay, we got it. Well, we don't. Okay, we don't want Shame. Do we want that to deal 7 damage? Shuffle a Dazed into your draw pile. No. All right. That's fine. It's fine. And we are in we're in a great spot for health. So, what does this do? No, it doesn't make us draw 2 cards. Does this more damage? Draw 3 cards. It's not bad. Echo form. Having Echo form, especially not be ethereal, would be really nice. But I'm gonna do Pommel because drawing 2 cards is really important. All right. Slime boy. Okay, we don't really want to draw more cards here. We want to get him to, what is it, like 71? Unknown actions. Wait, what? What is that? I don't even remember what that does. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to tactically not play Flash of Steel so we gain the extra energy next turn. Slime Crush. Oh, boy. It's a... You know what, actually? It doesn't really matter if we take damage. In reality. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have the energy? We do. So we could actually do this twice and still get to play Wraith Form, which should actually be enough. Okay. Do we want Deva Form? We could save Deva Form by War Crying. I'm going to do it, I guess. I don't know if I care. I don't know if I care enough. I probably shouldn't have done it. All right. That's a huge amount of damage, and we can get him below 70 easily with that amount of strength. Okay. Draw more. Not really what I wanted. So let's actually, yeah, we'll exhaust the slime. Pommel again, sure. So he's about to split. We just want to do as much damage as we can because his babies are going to have as much health as we put there. They split at 50% too. So what's 50% here? Is it 15 or is it 14? Well, you're dead. So, and you're dead too. All right. Well, that was a pretty easy boss. Exhaust your hand. Deal 7 for each card exhausted, and then exhaust. Deal 32 damage. Put a card from your exhaust pile. Question. You don't exhaust... No, these are not exhaust cards. Powers get played, and then they're, like, on you, basically. They're not exhausted. Do we have any... We have War Cries and exhaust card. It's just not. Why on earth would I... Unless Ethereal... Wait. Oh, that's something. Exhume would be a way for us to rectify missing one of our powers. Oh, I know that's energy. Reopen a non-boss chest. Obtain a curse. No. No longer Smith. That means we couldn't upgrade our cards at rest sites, but if I would have known that, I think I probably would have picked armaments moving forward there. I got that, didn't I? That's like the upgrade your hand. Or no, it's upgrade a specific card. Well, we'll see. I want that extra energy so bad. Wraith Form doesn't matter that much against them. They do have... I think they have an attack that's not a 1 damage ping. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this to see if any of them get hit twice. Okay, so he did get hit twice. So we can actually hit him and make him drop down. And then we'll block all of the damage here. I don't know why I'm even blocking, because Orichalcum is better than 1 block. That's the kind of weird thing here. Huh. We should have headbutted first. Put Wraith Form? Oh, well. Incoming yikes. What if I, Oh, I could have drawn the 3 cards. We'll go for the Metallicize here. And then we can get the lethal there. How long is this fight going to even really be? Is it worth Demon Forming? I think Wraith Form is actually going to be better for us. That could have been so much worse. Ooh! Nice. Okay. Woo! Woo, Nelly! Thank you very much. You've got strength. I'm going to prioritize you. Okay. I'm looking for that multi-strike hit. Okay, Flash of Steel is actually really nice. I'm going to go for you. Actually, do I? Do I? I block all of this anyways with Orichalcum. Nothing should really matter here. We should be totally okay. This is going to get exhausted anyways. Alright. 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 So far, so fine. So far, so fine. This is feeling like an... I feel like this, challenge is easier than a normal run of Slay the Spire. Thunderclap. We don't have AoE. Do we want AoE? It's an AoE and it provides vulnerable. And with enough strength, it'll actually become really decent damage too, right? It's that or another sword boomerang. Because that is actually coming in handy. I'm going to Thunderclap. I'm gonna Thunderclap. I'm gonna Thunderclap. Fine. 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 That's kind of just more of a, I guess so, kind of a vibe. Echo Form, absolutely. Do we want an extra energy next turn, or do we want to... No, I don't want to draw cards, because then we might accidentally draw a power card. So let's go with this so we get the extra energy here. And then this is exactly what I wanted. 6 turns. This is what I was talking about, man. That right there is what I was talking about. 6 turns where we will only take 1 damage. And we have Orichalcum, so we won't even... Oh my god, it's incredible. But we shouldn't... Yeah, like, we actually... Unless we play 2 defend cards, we actually lose value by playing defend. It's kind of goofy. Alright. Good deal. I think we will... Yeah, I think we'll gain value out of this fight. For health. Bash. Bash wouldn't even matter anyways because he has that artifact, and I think that blocks... True, great. Okay, so here's the thing. That's upgraded already. The reason we would take that would be to exhaust cards. Do we want to exhaust cards? Like, the block is kind of nice for temporary whoopsie moments, but we have a lot of strikes and defends that I don't really want. And it's 9 blocks, so it would take a little bit longer. Like, it would be in place of the defense. We're going to remove as many defense as we can. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. All right, what do we got here? Another Flash of Steel is honestly pretty good. Another Sword Boomerang is interesting. We have a good amount of money. Get the Flash of Steel. Remove defend. That for sure. Sword Boomerang. I'm not convinced that was a good idea. I'm not fully convinced it was a good idea. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I don't love this. I don't love this. Ooh, I hate this. Oh, this is not good. I think we want to... We shouldn't have done this. We should... I was kind of hoping for, I guess, what, Wraith form, I guess? Doesn't really matter what we do if we're gonna... I'm gonna drink this potion. I need something. I need some other answer. Oh! True Grit. That helps. We shouldn't have done that attack, though, I think. I'm gonna do this. Come on, Wraith form, baby! Okay, that helps. That helps a lot. And then I think... No, it's only one vulnerable. I'm happy to cycle through that. I'm very happy to cycle through that to get back to my... No, I said to get back to my power, but I guess I don't know if that matters that much. Happily gonna do that, though. Bash into Sword Boomerang, hopefully killing. Good stuff, good stuff. Flash of Steel, cycle the deck. Cycle the deck, cycle the deck. We got 4 turns left of Intangible. We're golden. It was concerning. Vulnerable? Nah. It was concerning, but I think we're fine. Do we have lethal? Doesn't really matter, I guess. Should have thunderclapped first. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think there's... Does speed matter in Skoore for Slay the Spire? I don't know. Okay, that I took a little bit more than I really would have liked. Metallicize. Metallicize. Actually, hold on. It just says gain it. Does that gain? But I'm taking it. I'm taking it. I don't care. I'm taking it. What do we have for health? Fine. Oh, I hate these boys. Again, do I want to... I think I might want to tactically not attack. If I block, then I actually gain less armor, which is funny. But it doesn't matter either way. I'm not going to attack. I kind of regret it preemptively. Okay. That's big. Pommel? Who you want me kill? You have less HP. That way we can pommel back at top. Oh, shoot. Well, 3 damage. 3 damage or getting a pommel. I think we... Trying to think if that's going to matter. It might matter. That might matter. We have 1 turn left of freebie, and then we are in danger, my man. Danger, danger. Deva? Start with Deva. Why did I think we had the double strike there? Metallicize might actually come in handy. I think that works with Orichalcum. Orichalcum? I think I'm actually in an extraordinary amount of danger. I think we need to, like, cut our losses here. We would only play True Grit if we're not going to play armor otherwise. I'm going to do this to exhaust True Grit. Please don't draw anything cool. That's actually kind of maybe a bad idea. Oh my god. I'm so glad we have this potion, but it's really not that big of a deal. Ow. Okay, here it is. This is what it's all been for. This stuff better be good. This is what it was all about. Okay, what do we want to put at the top? Honestly, probably Bash. All right, we're fine. What? What is that? You can't play attack. What is this, man? Oh, screw you. That is so annoying. Oh, screw you. But I do like that we gain 9 armor. That actually is very good. Okay. Screw you, you dinkle. 4? Okay. That was not good. Normal enemy combats are no longer counted in question mark rooms. Okay. Armaments. If we're going thin deck, hold on. Isn't Evolve like the perfect counter to if you're going thin deck? Like, our deck is not very thin right now, but I think that we want to take that, because otherwise, if going thin deck has one really nasty downside to it, and that is, I don't know what the special relic is. Oh, at the start of your turn, upgrade a random card in your hand for the rest of combat. What have I done? Oh, well, hey, that makes that easier. I literally can't do that. So, for each curse in your deck, start each combat with 1 strength. Oh, well, if I would have known I was getting that, then I probably would have said, never mind. I don't really need to heal for 5, so let's see what this is. Get a reward based off of what you throw away, is what this one is. I don't care. I just don't want... I need that gone. I just need that gone. Oh, Lord. What on earth, man? Ugh! What a terrible draw! Ten damage down the drain. Okay. Well, that's the thing. God, the Orichalcum. So nice. Okay, so we can do... Oh, I thought that was going to be so clever. Okay. There's 12. Do we have any 0 cost? We have Warcry. I don't know that I would... I wouldn't want to get it, is kind of the thing. That's kind of the weird little thing there. So now anytime we cast a non-attack card, shuffle a Daze into our deck. Fine. I'll just say no then. We should actually have... Woo! Do we have lethal? 7, 4. Hand me that, baby. Hand me that. Hand me that, baby. Yikes. This fight's got me a little sweaty on the bottom. The boot, actually, I didn't know that worked post... do we want another sword boomerang? Did we ever take a second one? We did. I think we have too many. Enemy loses 2 strength. Eh. Oh, God. I've lost a lot of runs to these jabronis. I'm not going to waste 2 energy over that. Ow. What? What is that? What does that mean? What is this? Jesus. What? What? Well, whatever this is, we are gonna try it. Oh, shoot. Eh. I mean, I just wanted to get rid of that big boy. I'm stupid. This Orichalcum is throwing me off something fierce, man. So I'm kind of thinking I'd probably better off just doing that. I hate this guy! Evolve. Is there a point? And then this gets rid of that, too. So, something. Sure. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Fine. Okay. There it is. It's been 12 freaking years. There's our Wraith form. We are now fine. Kind of. We are now fine. But holy mother, that was not the way I wanted that to go. Flash of Steel first. Get you out of here. We're fine. We're off scot-free now. But dang, man. Get out of here. Whenever you rest, heal additional 15 HP. Cool, because we're going to be doing that a lot. Ooh. Memes? Ooh, memes? Ooh, memes. What is apparition? Ah? Lose 43 max HP. Well, let's do it. I'm missing some anyways. Gain, that's actually really neat, though. Gain apparition. Oh, my God. Oh, that's so much better than block for our current build. Snecko. That might be a problem. This doesn't matter. Like, he's not attacking me this turn, so that doesn't matter. The reason it would matter is if we... Okay, well, first of all, let's get rid of this right now. I was fishing for another apparition, if I'm going to be real. Because apparition doesn't make sense unless... If he's not attacking, it doesn't make sense unless we've got two. So... Yeah, this is weird. So 8 damage, that's not that big of a deal. I will happily metallicize. Why? What a weird turn that is there. Again, do I want to... I'm going to save it. I want the energy. I want the energy for a big blast, something that's not strike, because we don't know if we're not going to be able to... Okay, so there's Wraith form. Great. And incredibly expensive apparitions to make it extend it one turn, basically. All right, here we go. We should be able to... Well, oh, God. Snecko, you shouldn't have. We might draw a 0 cost. Nope. Do we double attack? We do. God, this sucks. But maybe we'll... Yeah. It's fine. We did it. Hip, hip, hooray. Skip. Okie dokie. Yay. We're... Wow. the HP max decrease is also a little goofy when paired with that concept. All right. Where's the music? What? What? Okay, that is amazing. I love that. Apparition, when we have 4. Oh my god, you lovely, lovely little devil. I just wanted to get rid of that. Oh! Oh! I love it when a plan comes together. Oh, sorry, Apparition. It's okay. We have 6 turns or 5 turns? 5 turns left. First thing's done twice. Do we need to care? All right, let's not get greedy. Let's keep on stacking 1 extra Apparition while we've got it here. Because his thing is that he just does, like, lots of damage, isn't it? Stava form. Let's get really goofy with this. Let's get really goofy. Woo, baby! Pommel. Flash of Steel. Flash of Steel. Sword Boomerang. Headbutt? Pommel Strike. 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 I think we kill next turn, and I think we perfect this jabroni. Pommel, definitely want that one to go twice. What is this? 6. Boom. Perfect. If we're going for memes. Cannot play more than 6 cards. That seems bad for us. No longer discard your hand. We would fill up... Okay, empty cage. We can just remove, defend, and then... Is there something else worth ditching? I guess we'll just ditch another strike. Oh, no. Isn't that guy, like, terrible for us? Or is it... Wait, is he really good, or is he really terrible for us? I don't recall. He's the one where you can only play, like, 10 cards in a... 10 or 12 cards in a... No. Wait, there's, like, a timer, and every 12th card you play, it just ends your turn, I think, right? So, like, you could... Ideally, you'd want to play, like, 6 cards and then 6 cards. Actually, I think that might be okay. Maybe we're fine. Maybe we actually... There's that other guy that gets stronger based off of how many powers you play. So I guess it's maybe good we didn't get that. Double Apparition, why not? I don't want to cycle because I don't want to get a card that I am going to be sad we can't play. 2 Apparitions in the same turn is really handy, though. Echo Form, sure. And I can Flash of Steel. Since I have Warcry, it'll make it not as bad. Sure. Sure thing, fine. Sure thing, fine, okay. Sure thing, fine, okay. Limit Break. Maybe I was a little forward with that one. Definitely going to... We want to kill these all at the same time, if I remember correctly. Ooh! Uh-oh. I wanted an Apparition, man. Give me an Apparition. The hell? The hell? We want them to be even, more or less. There's Wraith Form, and we are unkillable. Nigh unkillable. 7 turns, we are unkillable. Unless we take more than 7 hits. Or 9 hits? If we... Depends if we... That's what we play. That's probably not the way of doing... Well, no, I think that is okay. We should have Thunderclapped first. But we don't want to kill. We don't want to kill. We want to get close to killing. And then go kaboom. What do we even have for potions? Thorns. I think you're dead. That way we can spread it out, too. And then we get the kill. Whatever. There was like 12 ways we could have got lethal there. It didn't really matter. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. That would actually maybe ruin things for us. 7 block. Deal 7 damage. Now, that's a little bit more interesting than just another gain block card for us, because it starts off strong and then it pivots to being it's still a damage card. I see merit in having that in our deck, but I'm going to say no. Every card, like, we know who our final boss is, so every card we pick has to be, like, amazing right now. Like, Flash of Steel actually will not cut it for us anymore. Start each combat with an artifact. Upgrade 2 random skills, negate the next 2 curses. Like, Uppercut is interesting now. Uppercut is actually really interesting now. Upgrade 2 skills. Ugh. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. All right, so yeah, small cards don't cut it, but I'm gonna say let's ditch the strike over Flash of Steel because Flash of Steel will help us get to the boss. And hell, maybe that counts for something. I don't freaking know. I just let me be honest. I just want to beat Olenki. Like if we can beat Alexa, I'm a happy camper. There, thank you for the apparition here. Like I'm not. There's no world where I should assume I'm gonna beat Rhapsody. Like there's no world where I should assume that. But if I can beat if I can beat Mr. Pyramid himself, then I'll be all right. I'm gonna actually ditch Thunderclap here. I'm setting myself up. That's what I'm doing here. All right, Apparition. It's kind of a waste, but it's also kind of not. Again, setting myself up. We're gonna take damage from that burn, I think. I got it too. We can double it. We'll double it and then we'll double it again. It's not going to be very much, but... Okay, let's not get stupid. Like, yes, I want to do funny big boy damage. But... Oh, God. Oh, what a stinky draw. That was not what we wanted there. That's why we don't cycle. That right there is why we don't cycle. And that right there is why we got... what was it? Evolve? Evolve? Yeah. Nice. This is looking good. This is looking good. Inflame. Oh, in my greedier days, I would take Inflame for big number. But I don't know if that's the call here. Shop? We're going to the Elite. Do we have enough? Will we... We'll get enough money to remove a card if we do this. Metallicize, Apparition, absolutely. And since we have 2 energy, I will play around with this. Actually, why'd I even Apparition? Who cares? We have Metallicize 3 or Calicum. We're going to get 9. We would take 1 damage. Do I care about taking 1 damage? Because I could Echo... Well, I could Echo Form Apparition. Nah, that's a mistake. That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Unless we get... Okay, we got another Apparition. That's good. Oof, dude. Oof, dude. This fight's not going very well. We need Headbutt to show up, I think. Oof. Okay, well. At least we can do funny big damage. But our Apparition, our Intangible is gone, and we have not drawn Evolve yet. Okay. Are you absolutely kidding me? Oh, okay. No, we're fine. All right, we're fine. I was worried for a second. We are fine. 13. 20. 31. Yikes, man. No, absolutely. Yikes. Thank you. All right, we're fine. We're alive. Oh, I forgot about Orichalcum too. We're extra fine. All right. All is well in the freaking world. Look at all these cards I've drawn. Thank you, Evolve. Oh, that's satisfying. Oh, I'm uncomfortable with the health that we got down to though. I really am. Okay. We can't really buy anything. Damage to all enemies. Gain 2 dex. Armaments. Card remove. How many fights are left? Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Not that we have that much health anyways, but, you know, it's still nice. We gotta do it. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this enemy so much. I hate this enemy with an absolute passion. This enemy is probably my least favorite. I'm going to save up for the energy next turn because I think we need something. We need a gnarly big play. Oh my god. Apologies, son of a gun is absolutely a top 10 least favorite. Okay. We have a couple apparitions, which is helpful. Okay, another apparition. I think we should Warcry first, though. Flash of Steel first, though. All right. Do you do Wound? I can't remember. Well, again, set up for next turn. Set up for next turn. If you do, you didn't. Okay, don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. That's 4 turns, 5 turns, 4 turns now of being totally okay. So. Definitely noticing we've been playing, oops. We've been playing Deva form the least, which is weird. Because on first read, I actually kind of thought it seemed like maybe one of the better ones. So yeah, that is interesting. There's something to be said about that, I'm sure. We don't really have energy, so heavy. We want to 3 turns left. We got to do some action here. I'm gonna get Flash of Steel, I guess, because it's just whatever. Why not? It's a free card, really. Oof. Oof, woof. Okay, fine. We should be able to kill. Like, we really should be able to kill next turn, right? Like, we're gonna have 4 strength. Okay. Heavy Blade, bye-bye. Oh my god, that was so much more whenever you use a potion heal for 5. Lose 6 HP, gain 2 energy to draw 3 cards. I think that there's a world... I think that that's actually good. I think that's good for us. Right? Oh, hi, mister. I think this guy's fine. Like, the more damage we do to him, the less he does to us. But we also have Apparition. So it's like... Okay, I'm going to put that on top of for next turn. And that, my friends, is why. But we can get him down to, yeah, much lower amount there. Bash him for next turn, just in case. It doesn't matter. We've more or less beat this son of a gun. We have too many cards in our deck, though. We really do, for what we're doing. Oh, Jesus, man. Okay, I gotta know. It only does 1! That's huge. That is absolutely huge. That's so fun. Okay. Oh, that's really good. Okay. He's dead. It doesn't matter what we do here. He's died. He has done a die. He's done a murder. There's been a murder. I'm taking another headbutt. I know we just said, like, we need to be careful with how many cards we take, yada, 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 yada. But... I think it's fine. Why does it feel like this floor is so long? Upgrade 2 random attacks. Cool. Fight the elite. I don't care about this rest. I'm going to fight the elite. Hello. Jesus. Ah, the ordering was so bad there. Come on. How the hell have I not drawn an apparition? What on freaking earth, man? Are you kidding me? How the hell did I not draw an apparition? Because I'm putting too many cards in my deck. I know the answer, but shh. Do you do anything with this? I don't know. We should probably be using Burning Pack and True Grit more. What is this? Oh, screw you. Okay. Yes. Yes. Give me another apparition. It seemed like they're all on the bottom of the deck. This also makes it so it takes longer before we get to the burn pile, which is good. Wait, he has intangible. That's not fair. This should all but guarantee we can smack him there. Real quick here. Do we attack twice? No. All right. Stop it. He gets intangible again. Good news is there is none. Actually, the good news is we might actually be able to weird kill. Yeah, the boot. The boot in there with the weird kill. Pommel. Shuffle more. Yes, absolutely. Hello, weird tentacle. I don't actually remember what you do. But I'm going to hope that I can kill you in 4 turns. 4 turns. 4 turns is all I have to play with you. Apparition, sure. Apparition, sure. There we go. Apparition, sure. There we go. Fine. 6 turns. 6 turns is all I have to play with you. Demon form. Okay. 6 more turns. I think we've played every single freaking apparition in the deck. So there we go. Deva form finally getting online. Why not? We have it. We sure do. We can even offering. That's super fun. Oh, that's so good with this right now. That's like our emergency. Ah, hell, man. Kind of a card there. I don't know. I'm just smashing the cards there because we've got it. We're fine. We've got it. We're golden. Goodbye. See you in hell. Did we take? We didn't take uppercut. I'm not. Stop adding cards. You have a problem. We're almost there. Oh, who are you? I don't remember you. That oft makes me uncomfortable. Oh, I should have put Apparition on top, absolutely. Well, Apparition 1 right now on this turn would make no sense, so sure. Oh. Oh, hey, I hate that. That sucks. I don't like it. I'm actually going to ditch this, weirdly enough. And then... I'm going to get it back. Because we don't have, Evolve. Buff. I don't know if you do anything with it. Fine. Let's pommel. Come on, give me another Apparition. What the hell, man? Fine. Apparition now. Offering. Apparition. True Grit on freaking Thunderclap. And then I think we headbutt a pommel. Okay. Just get all of them on there. Just don't be silly, right? You know? Uh-oh. I actually don't really want to draw a... Okay. I was going to say, I didn't want to draw an Apparition if we had any left somehow. We've gone through our deck already, so I guess I wouldn't assume that would really make sense. Okay. Heck. You got a lot of health. Or at least it feels that way. I need that. Gnarly, gnarly, gnarly. I don't know. Am I crazy? Does that do more damage than Heavy Blade does when we have 0 strength? I would think so. That would make sense logically. Like, you wouldn't think it would be weird if it was... Do we kill next turn? Did we do that? Do we kill... Well, first of all, do we kill this turn if we do this? If we would have bashed first, we probably would have. Limit Break! From 0 to 0. We're doing just fine, though, all things considered. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I've done. Lose 3 HP to gain 3 energy. Crack open a cold one for this final boss here. I'm doing it. I regret it. I regret it already. I regret it already. Step 1, gain thorns. Not the way I wanted that to go. Okay. That's fine. That is not how I wanted to do that. So you're at 3 when you play 12. Okay. It only counts as 1, right? 6. These cards aren't good enough. We're going to play all of our apparitions. We're going to play all of our powers. Oh, why did you make me pick here? Okay. Ah, so that's 1 apparition wasted. That's kind of a concern. Okay. All right, I actually really like that. I really like that turn of events. ending on that was really helpful. First card is played twice. Huge there. Maybe I should have just ditched. No. I think we actually win. Like, there's a world where we win next turn with the right draw. Nah, no. I was out of my dang mind. But still, I think we've done it. Do we want to stop it now? Because we can. There's no apparitions left. The hits that we do need to be big. Thank you, Thorns, as well. Okay. Yes! We've done it. We've done it! We've totally done it! Oh, what? What? Okay, we're fine, actually. We've totally still done it. We have totally still done it, I think. That's not a kill. I thought that was a kill. Oh, Lord. We've still done it. Oh! Oh, the thump, the thump, the thump. Dang freaking right, the thump, the thump, the thump. You ready your blade? 984 damage, the heart squirms and bleeds, ultimately still pounding. Oh my god, I can't. I didn't think it. I've played so little Slay the Spire in the past year. Jeez, la freaking wheeze. 984. Is that a good score? I'm not sure. Beyond perfect sounds good. 200 points. Beyond perfect. Overkill 25. Bosses slain 3 is 300 points. How long did that take me? An hour 10. If there's a speed run score, we did not get it. All right. Well, I cannot be mad. I cannot be mad. That is, we are at 100%. Hundo P for the pyramid so far. I didn't mention, the last time I did the pyramid, I was, I think, the only person to ever perfect it. Which, it seems wrong. I think it really does come down to what cards you draw and what cards you allow in your deck and everything like that. But, hey, that's that. And that is going to do it for the first day of the pyramid here. Tomorrow, we will be back with Monster Train, which is a game that is amazing. We have a weird run, though. We're going to be doing it with the volatile... What is it called? Oh, it doesn't say. Just use this challenge. Unwrap unusually. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one where you start with basically Snecko's Eye, if you're familiar with Slay the Spire. It's Broken Valve or Volatile Gauge, and then there's randomly targeted spells. It is on Ascension 0 or whatever, I think. Covenant 0 or Covenant 1. I can't remember. But alas, we'll be doing that tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I went in more confident in Monster Train than any of the other games. So the fact that we got Slay the Spire done and we finished and we beat it, I'm happy. Like, I'm golden. So that's that. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow and tune in to all the other perspectives. I'll link all of the participants and players in the description below. Go see how they're doing. Their stuff will be uploaded. They should all be going out on the same days. So everybody else's Slay the Spire run should be going out today. Often one or two people, flub it a little bit on accident. But alas, we shall see. That was fun. I'm happy. Did we misplay? I'm sure. Was my deck bad? Probably. But I also did big boom, so I'm good with it. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Check out the channel. Roguelike some more every single day. more pyramid tomorrow. See you next time. Bye.